levels of activity, and I'm going to talk about those four levels of activity today, and you can decide where you are or where you're fitting in right now in these or within these four levels of activity. And you can also evaluate yourself to see where you can improve in your activity. And so, of course, the first level of activity is retract and retreat. A lot of people may be wondering right now, well, how is that activity? Well, that's actually doing something, and that's avoiding the work, avoiding doing something. See, when I first got started in the business, I was nervous. I was apprehensive. I was a little scared about engaging in the activities. And so I did everything I could to avoid doing the activities. I thought about the activities. I studied the activities that were written down on paper. I listened to the audios and trainings from my mentors and leaders that told me exactly what I need to be doing on a daily basis. But because I was nervous, because I was scared, because I was apprehensive, because I was afraid of rejection, I retracted and I retreated and didn't get engaged in the activities. But inactivity is also an activity. It took effort not to do anything. And that's where some people find themselves. Here's what I'll tell you. All of the top earners were once apprehensive. All of the top earners were once afraid. All of the top earners were once unsure about the business. But what did we do? We went forward anyway. Here's what got me out of retract and retreat. And yet you may be thinking or looking for some type of mystical answer here, some type of revelation. But what got me out of retract and retreat was simply one thing, a five-letter word, excuse me. And that's my bills. My bills were coming when my activity was not going. They kept coming and they kept coming. And then it started to be, I would start to be more afraid of not being able to pay these bills than afraid to go out and talk to prospects. The fear of not talking to prospects and not doing anything started to outweigh the fear of going out and talking to people. And so that's what helped me get out of retract and retreat. You got to decide yourself. You got to take a look at your personal situation and see what is going to help you get out of that retract and retreat phase. And then, of course, you can move into the next phase. And we hope you don't move into this phase. Of course, you will, because it's the next level up. And that's number 2, the do nothing phase. Now, of course, retract and retreat is when you understand what you got to do, but you're avoiding it at all costs. Number 2 is doing nothing. Meaning, the do nothing phase means that you simply aren't engaging in the activities. You read the books, you've been on a conference call, you may show up at events, but then you leave the event and do absolutely nothing. You get off the conference call, there's been a call to action given, and you pick up the remote, sit in front of the television, and do absolutely nothing. It takes effort to do nothing. Some of you probably tried it. Some of you may have mastered doing nothing in your business. But doing nothing is a level of activity in network marketing, in any business. Doing nothing. Here's what we know without a shadow of a doubt. If you do nothing in network marketing, you get paid nothing. See, in corporate America, there's sometimes you can show up on your job and just breathe the air in the office building and do nothing and still get paid. Well, in network marketing, if you show up and just breathe the air, or if you just hold the phone and listen to a conference call, or if you hold the phone with the intentions of calling a prospect and you don't make the call, I promise you, you won't generate any income in this profession. The do nothing level of activity will get you paid nothing in this business. But worse, it duplicates. There's something one of my mentors told me years ago. He said your organization can sense when you're doing nothing. See, initially, if you do nothing, you won't even build an organization. But if you start to build a team and you do nothing, then that's going to duplicate and your organization will start to do what you do. Ask yourself this question. If my organization did what I did today, how much income will we have generated? If that answer scares you, then I encourage you to move out of the do nothing phase of activity. And then, of course, the third level of activity is normal levels of activity. The norm. Here's what I'll tell you. Normal is not that attractive when you're getting started in network marketing. Who wants to be normal? Who wants to be average in life or in business? Average is the best of the best, the best of the worst, and the worst of the best. That's what average is. You don't want to be average. You don't want to do normal activity. Dogs don't chase parked cars. They chase cars that are moving. If you're moving at just the norm, just muddling along, that's cool. But don't expect to do anything big in this profession. Don't expect to take your business to the next level quickly by doing the normal everyday activity. And here's what sometimes makes me laugh is individuals want recognition for doing the normal activity. They want to be recognized because they simply showed up to an event. Or they want to be recognized because they got on a conference call. They want to be recognized because they did the 3 exposures a day. Yes, that's commendable, but that's not a cause for recognition. That's the least we should be doing on a daily basis. That qualifies to say that we're in the business by doing the normal activity. And so just, don't make normal the status symbol in your organization. Don't make normal the line that everyone is trying to shoot for. We're just going to do the normal, average, regular activity. Don't let that be what gets everyone excited. We want to move to the 4th stage of activity. Because see, here's what baffles me as well. There are individuals who want courtside seats based upon nosebleed effort. It's not going to happen in network marketing. It's not going to happen in any aspect or area of life. If you want to go to the gym and really get in tip-top shape, you can't go to the gym and just do the norm like everyone else. You got to take it to that 4th level of activity, and that's massive action, a major sense of urgency. See, when individuals see you engaged in massive activity, when individuals see you engaged or doing things with a major sense of urgency, it creates excitement within your organization. People want to be a part of what you're a part of. People will drive from miles and miles away just to watch you burn, just to get close to that excitement at your creation. As a matter of fact, we'll take it another step. Still in number 4, yes, that massive activity with a sense of urgency. But if you were like me, I had to make my network marketing business work. I had to get off to a fast start in my network marketing career. And so I just didn't work with a sense of urgency. I worked with a sense of emergency. See, right now, if you're watching this video in the middle of the night, you may say, I've got a medical issue right now, and you want to go to an urgent care. But guess what? Urgent care is closed. They're closed after hours. So where do you need to go? The situation now is urgent. So you need to go to the emergency room. See, some people right now, your business is on life support. Some individuals right now, your life is on life support. So we definitely don't need to be doing normal. We don't need to get our blood checked. We don't need to do, the simple activities. We don't need to get our temperature checked. We need some serious care, some emergency care. We need to be hooked up to defibrillators and get another charge so we can go out and make some big things happen in our business. That's what a sense of emergency is, or working with a sense of emergency is. Not just urgency, not just massive action, but with a sense of emergency. This is very, very important if you want to get your business off to a fast start and take it to the next level. See, if you engage in activity at the highest level, it's going to duplicate through your team. Here's what I know though. Everyone in your organization will start to gravitate to what you do. And so if you're doing the normal level of activity, you'll have a lot of people in your business retracting and retreating or doing nothing. But if you step it up and you start doing level number 4, which is massive action with a sense of urgency and emergency, here's what will happen. You'll have a few people gravitate to your level, and they'll start working with a sense of emergency and urgency. And then you'll have a mass of people doing the normal level of activity. Remember, network marketing is about getting a large group of people to do a few simple things over a consistent period of time. But if we are the leadership, if you are the leadership and you're just working at a normal level, you're not going to build that large group of people doing a few simple things. You'll build a large group of people retracting and retreating and doing nothing. But if you build a large group of people and you are setting the pace as a leader, you're setting the pace, you are working with a sense of emergency, you'll build a large organization of individuals who are doing the normal activity. Right now is the time. There is no better time than right now. The only thing about waiting until tomorrow is that when tomorrow arrives, it's called today. So don't let another day go by without you being in or working your business with a major sense of urgency. If you do that, watch what happens to your organization. Watch your team explode. Watch the excitement build inside of your organization as well. And I promise you, without a shadow of a doubt, doing the business with a sense of urgency is a lot better way to enjoy doing a network or building a network marketing business. See, building this business slow, it can be brutal, it can be time consuming, it can be painful. But starting out of the gate with a major sense of urgency and sustaining that sense of urgency for a short period of time, maybe a year or two, watch what happens to your organization, but most importantly, the lifestyle that you can create simply because you work with a sense of emergency. So once